What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new wooden stake shotgun that was just added in this week's update and letting you guys know if I think this is worth using over the other shotguns in the game. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe, like, see more, and comment down below what you think of the wooden stake shotgun and what your favorite shotgun is in Zero Build this season. So the wooden stake shotgun was added in this week's update, and this shoots wooden stakes, as the name implies, and this makes it perform very similar to the heavy shotgun in that you get a flat damage with this weapon if you hit the opponent at all, but this shotgun is much less forgiving than the base shotguns like the Sharptooth, the Maven, or Infiltrator, because those shoot a spread of pellets, and it's very easy when you're using like a pellet based shotgun to at least get some damage on the opponent. You know, you might hit a shot that's not the greatest shot, but you still hit some pellets and you get like 30 or 40 damage, whereas with the wooden stake shotgun and the heavy shotgun, it's all or nothing. You either hit the person with that one singular, projectile, it's hit scan, but you either hit them with the slug or you hit them with the wooden stake and you get all of your damage, or you miss and you get none of your damage. And it makes it kind of inconsistent in an interesting way because the damage is very consistent. It's just whether or not you're going to get any damage. Whereas like the pellet shotguns are more consistent at getting some amount of damage, but the damage you get can be inconsistent because it is based on the amount of pellets you hit. The wooden stake shotgun and the heavy shotgun are just very all or nothing, and I think you'll feel very similar to this weapon to how you do with like the heavy shotgun or the exotic breacher shotgun. If you really liked that style of weapon, if you really loved the breacher shotgun, then you'll probably enjoy this weapon. It doesn't do like the amount of structure damage, but it's a similar weapon in that it's like very all or nothing and very consistent. This weapon only comes in blue, purple, and gold rarity and will do 92, 97, and 101 body damage respectively based on the rarity, and then 161, 170, and 177 headshot damage depending on the rarity. So again, very similar to the heavy in that you're going to get like 100-ish body damage and upper hundreds headshot damage 100% of the time. If you're within the optimal range of the weapon, it does have damage drop off. One interesting thing about it though is that it doesn't have a max damage cap. So with first shotgun, you can hit for over 200 damage. The blue will hit for 201 with first shotgun if you hit a headshot in ideal range. The purple will hit for 212, and then I believe the gold will hit for 221, but I haven't used the gold one with first shotgun, but I'm guessing that it's going to be somewhere within like the low 220s as far as the damage goes for the gold wooden stake shotgun with first shotgun when fully loaded within ideal range. As far as the range goes though, I didn't think this was as insane as the heavy. Like it'll still hit people from far away for sure, but I noticed that the fall off at those ranges, like the damage started to fall off sooner than what I expected. Whereas with the heavy, you could almost use this at like a medium-ish range sometimes, and you would still be getting like close to that 90 damage. I felt like the drop off on this shotgun started to happen a little bit earlier than the heavy, so it still has good range as far as shotguns go, but it isn't going to be like hitting for its max damage as long as the heavy was, at least from my experience. Overall, like I said, I think your thoughts on this weapon will be pretty much identical to how you felt about the heavy. I personally don't really like the slug shotguns. Even when the breacher was hitting for over 200 with first shotgun earlier in the season, it wasn't really something I enjoyed using outside of making the video. I just feel so much more comfortable with like the pellet based shotguns. The ceiling on the slug shotguns is really high. If you just have perfect aim, you never miss, and you just, you have that first shotgun as well. If you're perfect, the gun is going to be great, but like odds are you're probably not going to be perfect. And then also, at least for me, I feel like with the pellet shotguns, I can do more with my movement, and I know that I'm still going to get damage on the opponent. Whereas like with the slug shotguns, I do tend to play a bit slower and aim down sights more, and that leads to me like being an easier target for my opponent and potentially taking more damage. If you open every fight with a first shotgun headshot 200 damage, then sure, that's going to be great. But odds are, like I said, you're not going to be perfect in every fight, and like there's going to be those situations where like you might miss like 2 or 3 shots with this weapon in a fight, get no damage, and in that time like you would have gotten some damage with like the Sharptooth, the Maven, the Infiltrator, whatever the other shotgun is. So I feel like these weapons are very just like hot and cold. If you're perfect, the gun is going to be amazing. If you're not, the gun is going to be not very good. It's very based on your aim and also just like how you play the game. I also feel like the difficulty of the opponents you're playing against really come into play as well, because most decent players aren't going to be easy to hit in close range. They're going to be jumping around, they're going to be sliding, they're going to be using cover well, they're going to be inconvenient to play against for sure. if you play against more low skilled players, they're probably just going to stand there and let you shoot them. And, you know, those situations, this weapon is going to be great. I just feel like in practice, we've had the heavy shotgun in the game for a while now. When they reworked it in Chapter 3 to shoot a slug. And then we've had the exotic breacher shotgun in the game for most of Chapter 4. And I feel like for most players, it's not going to be the move. I've seen a lot of players really gassing this weapon because it could hit for over 200 with first shotgun. But like I already said, the exotic breacher was doing that at the start of this season as well. And, you know, people weren't flocking to it in the same way. If you love this shotgun, that's great. Use it. But I just think it's less consistent than the other shotguns go. And with the amount of mobility in the game right now, you know, we got like shockwaves, the witch's broom, soaring sprints, the katana. There's so much mobility in the game right now. I feel like a lot of players aren't just going to like stand there and let you shoot at them. A lot of close range fights have people kind of using that mobility to escape, like just as I kill them. And I would just much rather have the shotgun where I know I'm going to get consistent. Like the damage itself might be inconsistent, but I'm going to get some damage with like the sharp tooth or the Maven. So this update didn't really change how I view the shotguns. As far as like the base shotguns in the game go, I would still much rather have the sharp tooth than any of the other shotguns. And then if I can get the exotic Maven, like definitely I'll take that for Zero Build. I'm happy to have it. But as far as like the base loot pool goes, I think the sharp tooth is still my favorite shotgun this season. But that is going to be it for this video. I'm going to let some gameplay play out from stream. As always, if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more. Let me know what you think of the wooden stake shotgun. Just in short, once again, I think you'll feel very similar to this, to how you feel about the breacher or the heavy shotgun. If you loved those, you love this. If you hated those, you'll probably hate this as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Would have been better off. GG's. Yeah, 100%. I think the sticky launcher is like a million times more annoying than the pumpkin launcher. Of course, multiple people rift at the exact same time. Like the SWAT team pulling up. That's an odd place to land. Get a headset. Holy. Is there like a challenge for the pumpkin launcher? Why is everybody using it though, low-key? That was a mistake. There is a Fortnitemares challenge for it? Oh, the last person's over here, but the NPC like jumping around made me think they were under me. But I just heard shots over there. Yep. I got a sniper, so this fight is going to take 5 times longer than it needs to. They got the katana. I don't know where they went. That's annoying. I don't think they went towards me though. Oh, they're there. Nice. I soaring sprints that time because I figured he would just katana when I shockwaved at him. And if we do soaring sprints and I'm in the sky, then like I could see where he goes. Whereas like the first time I low shockwaved and then like I couldn't see where he went.